Yesterday, Rob Pelinka stated in an interview that Dwight Howard is still undecided as to whether he will be rejoining the team in Orlando, and like Avery Bradley, he's one of those players with extenuating circumstances. So it could be possible the worst is still yet to come, and the Los Angeles Lakers return to Orlando to resume the NBA season without two of their key rotational players. Earlier, I made a video on a candidate the Lakers should immediately take a look at if Dwight Howard decides to sit out, and a couple of viewers didn't like having a small ball 5 in place of Dwight Howard, a more traditional big man who contributes with his size and physicality. So in this video, I'm going to make the case for another free agent big man on the open market who could be of service should the Lakers be in search of a solid backup center. By now, many of you guys already know that player is none other than former Houston Rocket Nene. Nene at 37 years old is 6'11", 250 pounds, and is extremely physical as a savvy veteran in the paint. He has a mid-range game, post-game, can secure rebounds, and comfortably hold his own against opposing centers. He's consistently been a solid backup center for the Rockets, as part of their deep playoff runs, and would have still been active on the roster today if it wasn't for a hip injury that sidelined him for the season. At the 2020 NBA trade deadline, his contract was traded to the Atlanta Hawks, which was then waived. And now that the NBA season is returning at the end of July, Nene could be a serviceable backup center with size, physicality, and high IQ for the Lakers to pick up in place of Dwight Howard. I am aware that this is nothing to brag about given Nene's age and being on his last leg, but honestly, what choices do the Lakers have? Unless the Lakers are going to sign Pau Gasol, who is 2 years older at 39 years old and makes a much poorer fit, there really aren't many solid veteran big men left on the open market that would be able to hold down the fort. Nene would have to do nothing more than provide 10 to 15 minutes per game off the bench and serve as an insurance policy with a vast amount of playoff experience. Obviously, it would be a major drop-off for the Lakers having gone from having the best backup center in the league to having Nene, but it's the safest acquisition to patch up the roster with. Nene would be the Lakers' only legitimate center with a pick-and-pop game. He's not a liability at the free throw line, is underrated as a passer, and he welcomes physicality in the heat of a playoff series. A second unit front court starring Markieff Morris and Nene would at least have opposing second units second-guessing the thought of attacking the rim at the risk of being clobbered. Frank Vogel has made it known that he's preserving Anthony Davis at the power forward position during the regular season, and playing more of the superstar at the 5 when the postseason begins will definitely be a trick up his sleeves. That serves as a win-win in this case, as the Lakers will have more spacing to insert their newly acquired shooters in Markieff Morris, Dion Waiters, and J.R. Smith, while also adding more depth to their center rotation with JaVale McGee playing more backup minutes, and then Nene playing more of a third-string role that he's better suited for. Nene's high age could be concerning to some, but we've seen that even with advanced age, he's been able to get up and down the floor as part of Mike D'Antoni's fast-paced offense with no problem. His greatest weakness, like with all the other traditional centers left on the market, would be his limitations in guarding smaller opponents. For that reason, it would have been ideal for Dwight Howard to make his decision sooner prior to Joakim Noah signing with the Clippers. Noah would have made a great replacement for Dwight Howard if the Lakers needed one. Let me know down in the comments below, if Dwight Howard ultimately decides to opt out of the Orlando return, who should the Lakers sign as their backup center? But that's it for the video, take it easy guys.